welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today we're making bread again. Only I'm not going to make a loaf of bread today. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to make my weekly loaf, and I am going to order the 9-inch Pullman bread pan because of the 13-inch. I end up giving some of it away, which is okay, you know. We still have this much, but he also had a lot of sourdough sandwiches and stuff like that, so sourdough is coming up tomorrow as well. And that's my weakness. I can turn down bread, but when it's sourdough, I can't. So, Weight Watchers, there's going to be sourdough in my meal, in my tracker. So in this bowl, I have 1 cup of whole wheat flour from King Arther, and then I've got 2 cups of bread flour, also King Arther, unbleached bread flour, and I'm going to put, in this cup, I've got 2 cups of, well, there's a cup and a half of water, and that's filtered water, and then a half a cup of heavy cream, and 3 tablespoons of butter, melted enough to be liquid, but not, this is not hot, it's warm. It's about body temperature. I'm going to put my yeast in there, and I want about 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. And I'm going to grab my salt. So today I'm going to make hamburger buns. I mean, why not, right? Oh, let's get this happy. And I'm not going to mix with the mixer. I'm going to use my Danish dough or batter whisk. This is my favorite for pancake batter. And you think, well, pancake batter isn't hard to stir. Well, this is fantastic. Cake batter, muffin batter, any kind of batter that you can think of. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so we're going to let this yeast proof kind of break it up a little bit. Just wanted to, and you don't, I mean, my yeast, I know my yeast is good. I bake with it almost daily. So I don't want to waste any here. Get that off the spoon, please. There we go. All right. Now we are gonna. This is gonna be a honey wheat hamburger bun, and I may need some more of the flour, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and add my honey while that is getting happy. Oh, and you know what? I've sprayed the inside of that measuring cup with cooking spray, just so I don't have to deal with it. And we're going to go ahead with some honey. So a half a cup of honey. And we're going to have Zaycon burgers, but we're going to have it on homemade buns. You know, this journey that I'm on, baking all my own bread again, it's very rewarding. Today, I did not have to spend money at the store on bread. And the bread that I'm doing ends up to be pennies compared to what you get in the grocery store. And I don't have to worry about the ingredients list. So, anyways, that away. And we're going to say this is happy enough. Because I'm impatient. We are going to need some salt, but you don't put your salt in with your yeast right away because you can kill it off. Yeast doesn't really care for salt. And, you know, you got to let it get activated first and kind of mix it into the plan afterwards. And we're definitely going to need more flour. But I thought, I'm going to try my hand at hamburger buns, and I have not made these in forever. I made one the other night, but that was a sourdough, and it was a very wet sourdough. He loved it, though. Let me tell you, he ate that whole burger, and I said, I think that burger weighs 2 pounds. And he said, oh, I think you're right. So get your dough whisk. Yeah, and I'm going to add a little bit more flour to this. And I just want to get it to where it's incorporated enough that I can turn it out onto my clean counter. And so there's not that much left in this bag. I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt now. And you do need salt. You don't want too much, but about a teaspoon and a half. And this is my version of a honey wheat bread. The nice thing about bread is you can make it your own. Oh yeah, now we're going together. And that was about a half a cup more flour. And it feels great. I'm really excited about this dough. Okay. I'm just gonna put a dusting down and dust my hands just so I can eat it. And we'll get this turned out. And again, I wear black, and I'm wearing black again, people. I can't seem to learn. I'll get covered with flour. So in my oven, I have been putting my starter back into the refrigerator, so I only have to feed it like once a week. And that's pretty good because I make sourdough something about twice a week. Now, oh yeah, it's a little sticky, but I don't care. I fed the starter and I've got it in the oven with the oven light on, getting all happy because tomorrow I'm going to be making sourdough bread. So, and I might do some kind of sourdough roll, you know, like a hoagie roll, because he really likes the sourdough for sandwiches. So I'm just going to give this a knead. As soon as I feel like I've got a really nice elastic dough, 5 to 7 minutes usually, you get a nice elastic dough that no longer is sticking to you, and it's got a spring to it. It'll spring back. That means I've got the gluten developed enough that we're gonna give a rise on, and we can let that take a nap in the oven with the light. Okay, so I've got a nice dough ball that's very elastic, feels fantastic. It's not sticking to the counter, it's not sticking to me, and it's just beautiful. There's something about baking bread that it's so therapeutic. I can't tell you how good it feels to have this wad of dough here that's gonna feed us and possibly feed some other people. You never know. So. And I could use the burger buns for sandwiches for Michael too. I've done that in the past. Okay, so there you go. It's going in the oven for a nappy nap, and we will get our mess cleaned up. Literally in less than 15 minutes work, if you call that work. In less than 15 minutes, that's pulling all my stuff out and kneading the dough. That's the amount of work you've got involved. And then this step 2 might take you 5 minutes, and then bake it off. I mean, there's really no work involved. To me, it's a no-brainer for saving money at the store, putting better quality stuff in your body, and yeah, I don't need to preach about that. We're gonna make some buns. So my dough has doubled in size, and I'm super excited. It smells so good. You can smell the sweetness in the background, but the nuttiness of the wheat and the yeast, unbelievable. And so rewarding to make your own bread. So I've got my counter all clean again, and I've got a cookie sheet here. I'm sure it's gonna take multiple, but we may do a loaf of bread and some burger buns, because I don't need a ton of burger buns, but I'm excited. So I'm gonna turn this dough out, deflate it, and oh, it's just beautiful. And you're not really kneading it. I'm just gonna get it into a log that's kind of all uniform from end to end, so I can take half, and we'll make our buns. You guys want to come in close? So I've got the dough cut in half, and this one I may do, like I said, a loaf of bread in the cast iron loaf pan. But let's take this one here and make some rolls. So I'm going to divide that again in half, and each half in half. And I want these pretty big. So you're gonna go ahead and roll it into a ball. And I want my seam to be on the bottom. So just like that. It's not rocket science. And because they're not going to be up against each other like in a baking dish, they're not going to rise up as tall. They're going to spread out, and I'm going to put them down on parchment just like that. So let's get these. These are a little bit bigger, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Just to have some nice whole wheat roll, hamburger buns. And I haven't seen a lot of people make hamburger buns. I'm sure that there's videos out there. I just haven't run across any. And I apologize about my phone blowing up here in the background. But anyway, let's do another one there. So that's 4. Do I need more than 4, or should I do a loaf? You guys, come on, send me your vibes. What should I do? Let's do a loaf. At least, well, it's more than halfway. So that's perfect. And I'm gonna put both of these in the oven to continue to rise. Okay, so I have my burger buns. Look how beautiful they came out. They took about 15 minutes. Bottom's golden brown. They're still really warm, but it's a soft dough, so you're not going to get a crusty. I mean, I want him to be able to bite into that burger, and then this beautiful cast iron loaf of bread. I have to take pictures before I dump this out, I'm pretty sure, because this is amazing. And the house smells wonderful. Like I said before, somebody could make candle melts that smelled like home-baked bread, fresh bread. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna come right out of the cast iron, just like that. But for right now, I'm gonna take a picture, and then I'm gonna let these cool on the cooling rack. And I'll take some pictures of the crumb because I want this to cool all the way down. And I've still got to make the burgers. We've got potatoes going in, and I'll show you pictures of the crumb, and so you can see how delicious this looks. It smells amazing, and I make this bread all the time, and it's really a good one. It's one of the breads that will last 3 or 4 days before really going stale. So that always makes me happy. But next time I make it in the Pullman pan, I'm gonna make sure I pull off a little bit, and maybe I'll make a burger bun or something. So, all right guys, I can't wait to see you next time. Go down in the about section below, check the links. I'll have a link to this. I'll even put a link to that dough whisk, which is my new favorite tool in the kitchen. If I had to pick a tool to stir with, that would be it. And I can't wait to see you next time for another delicious recipe, or maybe come along with me and share my day and vlog with me, because I'll tell you, I'm gaining friends that I didn't even know that were out there, and I love the fact that you come along and share my day with me, and it makes me feel very special, and I want all of you to feel the same way. I feel like I want to invite you all into my kitchen and into my home, and share some of my day with you. So look forward to those. I'll have little clips on one of the vlogs of this. So, all right guys, see you next time. Bye.